Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alyssa. I haven't posted since I believe like September because I suck at recording and I take forever to edit. So it is June now. It's not even May anymore whenever I plan to do this video. And the AC just kicked on. And so what this video is going to be about is like my college experience. I just finished my freshman year of college and kind of like the pros and cons of what my freshman year experience was like, and like what you should bring and what you shouldn't bring to college, and what I'm excited about for I have my notes right here because I don't know how to think on the fly in my head, but some of the things on my notes is like what I'm excited about for my sophomore year and what I'm excited about to do for the summer, and kind of like my updates and goals for the summer, because the major goal is to start posting on here more. That was the reason why I kind of started this, and I'm very inspired by a lot of people and I really want to continue doing this. I just need to build the confidence to continue to post and to continue to create content out and about and just not be worried about it. But it's kind of just figuring out that balance of school, life, living in the moment, but also creating content. That way I can build a platform on here. But side note, before we get into the video, does this lighting look good? Because like we have overhead lighting and we have a ring light right here. Well, you can tell. You can totally tell, but it's because it looked so bad before. You'll see it later if I add it in. Like, it's just dark over here and it's not giving like good lighting, and I don't have good lighting in my room. I just think that makes it worse. Oh my gosh, how far do I use? Okay, without further ado, let's get on into the video. So on my little notes thing, we'll start off with the pros and cons. I'm just gonna be looking on this because it's gonna make my life easier on how to talk to you guys. So like for my pros list, I made a lot of new friends, a lot of memories, and like my college town is not the biggest town in the state. It's not huge by any means, but it's way bigger than my town at least. So it's like small town, college town kind of a vibe, and I thought that was a major pro for me, at least for my transition from going to high school to now being a college student. And honestly, we're not that far away from big towns, so if we really wanted to go to a bigger town that had better mall selection, better food selection, or like had stores that we didn't have in our town, it was literally an hour away at the longest, I believe, if we really wanted to go somewhere. But that just kind of depended if we had time or not. And then my cons was I was always working on homework, and I was sometimes always by myself, but being by yourself isn't always bad because then you just get time to decompress. But those were the two biggest cons, because like I would always want to be like posting something, or I would always want to be going out with my friends, but I had homework all the time because I was doing 6 classes in spring. I don't remember if I was doing 6 classes in the fall, but I know in spring I was really heavy. I had a big workload for homework sometimes, and so then I would just be by myself because I was working on homework and didn't have the time to go do stuff with my friends, because there was like a time that I could have went paintballing with friends or went to go shopping with my friends, and I was like, I can't. I really need to get this homework done because it's due tonight. And I'm not a big procrastinator by any means. It was just I'm very time consuming with my work, because sometimes I just really want to make sure it's really good and pristine, because I am a person who takes school very seriously. Not that anyone, like my friends, don't take school seriously. There's not that big of a difference. It's just definitely the difference on workloads and how fast we can work on homework. It's definitely, the gauges are super different between all of us, and it's really funny to see how different we all work. I should have added stuff about my dorm. We'll talk about my dorm really quick. I have a video on here about my dorm and what my dorm looked like. So if you are going to my school, I set that up as like a resource in a way. But I was in the upperclassmen dorms. Did not live in the freshman dorms. I was lucky to have been one of the freshmen girls, at least, to be pushed over into the upperclassmen building. So we had 3 there was 3 people into a room, a walk-in closet, and a bathroom, which we were all super happy that we got our own bathroom, because even though people said the communal space isn't that bad, it's honestly not the ideal situation that you want to be in. So it's everyone's who's moving up and will be able to move off campus, or get into those upperclassmen dorms, they're excited about having their own bathroom. I say own bathroom, but you're sharing with only 2 people instead of 20. I don't know why I did numbers. But definitely, like, rooming situations, like who you're with and who you're not with, you'll definitely figure that out within your freshman year. So it's really not that big of a deal if stuff gets a little bit chaotic. My experience was way better than some other people's, and some people had way better experiences than me. I definitely feel like my experience was in the middle of, like, it was pretty good, but it could have been way worse, so as some other people. So always have high hopes for your freshman year in college, even if the room isn't exactly what you want, but you can always make do with what you want by decorating and figuring out spatial stuff. But I will say, having 3 people in a dorm in that tiny space was really hard to figure out space sometimes, but we made it work, and I loved my roommates from my freshman year. What else are my notes? Oh, what I actually used in college versus what I didn't use in college. So in my notes we used our air purifier so much. The girl who had our air purifier in our room, we're not living with her. No bad blood. We just took separate directions for what we wanted to do with roommate situations, and so we're gonna have to buy, because one of my roommates I'm still living with, we're gonna have to buy an air purifier. So we honestly loved it. We kept it on 24/7, and honestly made a huge difference on us feeling like if we were sick or not. Mattress pad. I used a mattress pad. I loved the mattress pad. By the end of the year, my roommate that is going to be living with me next year again got a mattress pad. She's like, "Is this what you've been, like, laying on your bed?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I love this. I wish I would have had this all year." Because, again, you don't necessarily need it, but it does make your sleeping arrangement way better, because your mattress is probably about that thick, which isn't as big as your normal mattress. And even with my mattress right now, like, I have the mattress pad on top of it, so it's just extra support in a way. So if you really feel like I'm moving up. If you really feel like you need it, then I would suggest getting it. It's a big thing that a lot of people recommend, not just me. Overhead storage. So I'll have a picture right here, but if you saw my video, I had built an overhead storage unit for on top of our toilet. That came in so much handy. I loved it. I knew it was going to be helpful because my older sister had it in her bathroom, and it was such a good thing to have, and it's in my bathroom too. Like, just nice storage space, especially with the tight confined space, just adds more shelving into your thing. And one of our friends gave us more of a shelving, and we kind of figured out what we're going to do with our bathroom a little bit more, because we now have more decor we now have more decor for our room next year. And lights. So you're not always going to want the overhead lighting like this. You're going to mainly want, at least for our room, you're going to want to mainly want, like, I think I had more like fairy lights, and then there was Christmas lights, and then my lamp was a dimming lamp. So if it was really, like, getting late, or if it was early in the morning, like, mine had like 3 to 4 settings of brightness, and I would usually keep it at the lowest one if it was really late at night or really early in the morning. It was bright enough for me to see, but it wasn't like blaring in any of my roommates' faces. So I really liked it. This is the one I got from Amazon. I will have it right here, and hopefully try to remember to link it into the description box. And then a drying rack. I'm not talking about one for your dishes. I'm talking about, like, a drying, I have stuff on the drying rack, so I'm actually not going to show you, but we got mine from Walmart. It just hangs on, it's for your clothes. You just hang it onto your door, and and it has 3 levels. So I would put, like, in the wintertime, pants and shirts if they needed to be dried, and then spandex or, like, bras, and then at the top be whatever other small item I had. It was really helpful for me. I'm a person that likes to dry my clothes. One of my roommates didn't dry their clothes like that. They just put all their clothes in the dryer. But personally, I really like doing that with most of my clothes. Didn't need to be put in the dryer. Now, did I do that with every bit of my clothes? No, probably halfway through doing it, like I started putting my sweats in the dryers just because my sweats took so long to dry on the drying rack that for convenience, that's what I did. Now, normally would I do it? Probably not. But again, I say you need it, but I used it and it's a personal preference item. So I would definitely recommend if that's really what you want. Again, I got it from Walmart. I'll put it right here and you can see it. And then, bedside storage. So my bed was lofted. If you look in the video, maybe I can try to link it. But if you look in the video, like, our beds were lofted. Our beds were high up. So I got a bed, like a side bed thing. It was like a tote thing. It's right here. I'll link it, hopefully link it to the Amazon as well. To the Amazon. Yeah, that's Amazon is a place. I got it from Amazon, and there's actually a really funny story. So I didn't realize that I didn't change my address. So I bought it first and it got sent to my house here where I live instead of to my college town. So then I had to buy it a second time with the correct address. And so I was like, I'm just gonna have to sell it to someone. But then it ended up working out because my roommate that I'm living with next year is gonna have it. Had it for the whole year and we absolutely loved it. We put our books up there, we put our water bottles up there, we put like I had my glasses up there. Like it has like a little storage part for my glasses case, and so that's where I would put it. Or if we were working on homework on our bed, we would put snacks there as well. It was honestly really useful and I really liked it. Now, obviously, if your bed isn't lofted like how our beds were lofted, you don't necessarily need this. You could be using a different type of storage or just don't need it. Again, it's what I use. It's not a need. You know what I'm saying? Need. This is mainly a list of what I used in college. And then like I had a printer. I brought a printer and it came in so much handy. And yes, you will have a printer in your library that you can use. But there was one time where like the printer in the library was not working. So I had to like bust it back to my dorm, get my printer started up and get things printed because the printer in the library was not working. So again, personal preference on whether you want to bring a printer or not, but honestly very helpful for me and came in handy for my roommates as well. So I'm gonna bring my printer again for next year. That way we can have a printer if it's really late at night or early in the morning before the library even opens or closes. So, and then a mirror. So like I said, I have a full-length mirror. I'm the one who brought the mirror. Really helpful, really nice, because of course we had a bathroom we had a mirror in our bathroom. Oh my gosh, I've said that so backwards. But it's not a full-length mirror. So it's definitely not as convenient as you might think. So it was really nice to just hang it, command strip the mirror to the door. And that's where our mirror lived the whole year. So highly recommend getting a full-length mirror, getting like a little stand mirror or like a vanity mirror, because those come in handy as well if someone is using the bathroom and you still need to get ready as well. And then a lap desk. I have a lap desk. Here it is from Amazon. I saw it on someone's TikTok and I still follow her, so I'll link her TikTok or like show you her TikTok here. That way you can see what other kind of college things she had. She's not graduated, but I'm pretty sure there's still a playlist on there of what her college finds were that helped her. And that came in so much handy. It has like a cup holder and it has like a little drawer underneath it. It came in very much handy and I really liked it because not only I used it, but also my roommate as well. And so I really like it. But again, a lap desk is a personal preference if you want to have that take up room or not. And then command strips. I talked about command strips earlier with the mirror, but I understand that command strips can be very tricky. I had a good experience this year and hoping to have a good experience next year with them. We got the Velcro ones, so you have one command strip on the wall, and then you have the other one on the object, and then they're just Velcro together. We used it a lot in my room, in my personal room, and mainly stuff after years and years after is whenever stuff kept falling down just from the weight. Like I used to have something over here on my wall and it fell down, but it was on my wall for all throughout high school, and it fell down while I was at college, which means it stayed up there for like 3-4 years that it was up there. So I highly recommend command strips if you have a better way of holding them up, like wall decor. I don't think it works for shelving. Like we tried it with wall shelving, so command strips don't always work. But that's what worked for our walls. And we had drywall. I know sometimes they might not work on other surfaces, so just keep that in mind for your dorm as well. And then lastly, decorations. Honestly, or is that the last thing? No, it's not. Decorations are the second to last thing. Both are very important in their own different way. Like decorating is so nice because it's your own space. We definitely had different vibes for our separate spaces of the room just because we had trouble contacting each other. But overall, it was cohesive in a way. But I finally caved and got wall decorations because my wall was so bland and it was like nothing. And so I was just like, I need something there on my wall. So I finally caved and went to Hobby Lobby and got some wall decorations. Now next year my wall decorations might not work with our theme. We're kind of going for more pink theme, and like my bedroom, my side of the, more like my corner of the dorm was more of a blue to like beachy vibe, but like the beachy vibe can still work for pink. I just have to change some of the decor items around to like more pink, and then it will work. But the last thing of what I used was a foldable ottoman. And let me tell you, that thing was sturdy. If you look on TikTok and you find one that wasn't sturdy, and like they fell through it, I don't know what they did with theirs. I don't know if they were jumping on it or what they did to it, but if you don't jump on it and you use it as an ottoman to like use as storage or use as like a seat or use as like a thing to just stand on for like a minute and not jump on it, it lasted me all throughout the year and is in still great condition. I got mine from Walmart, and I just think it works really well. And by the end of it, I took all the stuff out of it, folded it up, and put it in my tub, and it's all packed away. Versus like if you get a normal ottoman, it's now this bulky box that's heavy, which I guess you can fill stuff in it. It's like one less tub you have to buy, but I'm pretty sure the foldable ottoman is like in the range of $10 to $20 versus an actual ottoman that is in the range of $50 to probably $70. Like that's why we didn't end up getting an actual ottoman for me. We ended up just getting a foldable one because of the price range and on the off chance that it broke in my first year. Definitely the difference of it all. Now, what I did not use in college, or I guess what you don't need for college. It's not what I didn't use. I did use my fridge, but I did put it on here just because of how we're going to be setting up our room. You don't necessarily need a fridge if you do get lucky and have like a more apartment style dorm, or like next year how we're setting it up. Like I'm the only one bringing a fridge, but we have a backup fridge if not everything fits in mine, even though mine's pretty large. It's not like the little boxy standard one that most people get. But if you figure out with your roommates to like figure out fridge space and all that type of stuff, I would say you don't necessarily need a fridge. Now, is it nice to have your own personal fridge? I think yes. So again, personal preference on how that works and how your space is as well. And a Brita. Britas I feel like are so controversial because one, they do come in handy if you actually use them. But if you don't use them, you're not gonna use it. Like, it's just gonna sit there. Like, I never ended up washing it or putting in water in it because I just got water bottles every time I went to the grocery store and filled up my water bottle like that, or filled up my water bottle at the cafeteria. That's just what worked for me. Do I think we're gonna be trying a Brita again next year? Probably. Is it gonna be mine? I don't think so. Now, moving on, you don't necessarily need a rug. Now, mind you, for my roommates next year, we are getting a rug for our dorm. But this year, my freshman year, we did not get a rug. And it was not that bad. It's not like it was terrible, but it's... Okay, we're back. After technical difficulties with my phone, because I had too much storage, hopefully I can have no problems or any trouble. Say two different words there. Finishing this video, so I might go a little bit quicker because to save storage on my phone, I guess, because I guess I have too much stuff on my phone. Gummy. Where was I at? I was saying a rug. We're getting a rug for our dorm next year, but I did not have a dorm for my freshman year, so it's not a needed thing. It's just nice for decoration. The next thing is decoration pillows. I had decoration pillows. They were nice. They were cute for my bed for when it was made. Majority of the time, like, I didn't need to unmake my bed because the comforter was kind of just stuck in place, because that's what kind of helped keep hold of my mattress pad. And honestly, with how my bed was set up, it was not going to be very easy to set up my bed to make my bed. So I just never really undid the covers and kind of just slept on top of the comforter and had a blanket over me. And so that's just how it worked for me. I don't know how it's gonna work next year. We'll just see how that goes. See if anything changes. An iPad. I've been wanting to get an iPad. You do not necessarily need an iPad. I have like a note taker on my computer, or I took notes on my I like bought notebooks and took notes on there. So it's not a needed thing to have an iPad. I just know a lot of people that I interacted with on campus, and like some of my friends had iPads and they really liked it, but it doesn't work for everything for your school stuff. So that's why I'm saying you don't necessarily need it, because it's not like a detrimental thing if you don't have it in college. You might get it later on in college, like I think I will, but it just fits for what I'm doing with my future job after college. So personal preference again. And then multiple, I like was scrolling my notes down. Multiple hanger holder. I'll show it right here. I bought these off of Amazon thinking that they were going to be great for my dorm, because I'm someone who brings a lot of clothes and don't wear half of them. But I bought them and they didn't work for our closet type at all, because my clothes were just going to be everywhere, and then that meant I wasn't going to have any storage underneath my clothes like I thought I would, or as much storage, because there was like a shelf that went around our closet. So the multiple hanger thing just didn't work as well as I thought it would. But that was before it did it again, so hopefully I can finish it really quickly. I was saying that like the hanger holder, like, it just didn't work for my room, and yeah, it just didn't work for me. So again, if it works for you, great. If it just didn't work for me, might work for a different closet space. Also, you do not need to bring all your clothes. I brought majority of my clothes. Didn't even wear half of them, like I just said in my last point. Didn't end up using all of them. So really gonna go through my room, through my closet, and see what I want to bring to college and what I don't bring to college, and what I'm not even gonna wear ever again to donate to people. But yeah, that was pretty much my pros, my cons, what I used in college, what you don't need in college, or what I didn't use in college for my freshman year. Now what I'm excited for next year, I think I have these up because I'm blind. What I'm excited for next year is continuing to do things outside of my comfort zone, and something else is like making more time for friends, and like hopefully making more time to do this as well. So again, all that just circles around getting outside my comfort zone, pushing myself to do some things that I usually don't do in my hometown, that I do in college. And then things I'm gonna update and kind of my goals for the summer is doing more videos. I'm gonna have a couple, I think I have 2 trips of traveling, so those will be videos. And then my goals are for reading and working out, and again, posting more. That's the big goal, is posting more, not only on YouTube but also on my other social medias like Instagram and TikTok, Pinterest. I about said Facebook, but I don't want you guys following me on Facebook. But I have like lots of books over here. I'm on a reading book right now, almost done with that one. But my goal this summer is to finish at least 3 books. I'm a very slow reader, which is why it translates to me being sometimes very slow at doing homework. So the goal is to get myself motivated to do that. And then there might be some workout content. I don't really know. I do a sport or do an extracurricular activity at my school, so I'm trying to stay in shape for that as well. And yeah, I'm so excited. I have like a list of like ideas of what I'm gonna do for content on here and like videos I'm gonna film, and so I'm just overall very excited about the summer. Now, I meant to do this earlier in the summer. It's now June, I believe the 2nd week of June, but we're gonna get on the grind, and hopefully throughout the school year you'll be seeing more of me as well, so I can just be more confident and kind of keep exploring life out there. And these are just things to look back on in ways where if people ever find these videos, they're helpful advice as well. So before my camera turns off, I would just like to say it was so nice talking to you guys. Hopefully you liked this video and this gives you good advice, and yeah, hopefully there will be a video next week as well. Bye.